Hello, everybody, and welcome back to twitch.tv/Bay City Chronicles if you're watching live, or whatever the heck the YouTube link is if you're watching us on YouTube.
We don't have enough followers to get a unique link, so...
So, some random amalgamation of letters and numbers. Anyway, I am your host and Dungeon Master TGE, and here with me tonight are the creator of the Hydra Tickling Badge, Norestra, the recipient of the Golden Microphone Merit Badge, Dark Falls, currently working on their Animal Relations Merit Badge, OPT Lawyer, and the model for the Tractor Incident Merit Badge, Chameleon Ice. No, do not ask about the Tractor Incident, it's still in litigation. And as I said, I'm your host, TGE. We are playing Masks. And the question in chat, that is a me thing. I give the Whose Lines and NRA introductions every time, and it just happened to be merit badges this week.
I don't want the Tickling Hydra badge. That sounds like a euphemism.
Well, we don't have to get into that. That's other things. It's not a euphemism, I promise you that. There was a Masks game, there was a Hydra, and it got tickled, and it smashed a train, and anyway, we don't need to get into that. As I said, this is Bay City Chronicles presents Next Gen, a Masks, a New Generation game. This is going to be Elephant's Memory Part 4. This is issue 27, and yes, we are on a Part 4, because apparently these guys like to go multiple parts, and they have a goal to beat our Bay City Chronicles 1,000 Heartbeats Part 5. We'll see what happens. As it was, who is brave and bold enough to give a recap?
Oh, dear.
Things happened. Dragon blew up, scorched school. I don't remember. It's been
something about a werewolf.
Sort of. We were in a hospital.
So, you guys followed the path into the tracks towards the hospital to check on Biff and Marty. And, before that, you need to find a way to get out of school. So you called the Goose for aid. The Goose, suffering the effects of some less than high-quality spirits, showed up at the school with some papers to excuse you from school and went full Goose game on the school. We periodically checked back in on the school throughout the night to the Goose doing random things such as hooking the janitor up to a hook and keeping him there and sliding the security guard up a flagpole.
Right, that was a thing that happened.
Yeah.
So Goose happened.
Goose won.
Yes, the Goose won. Goose, you guys ended up at the hospital. We have some kitty cams, so say hi to Tina, everybody.
Aww.
So you guys went to the hospital to check on Biff and Marty. When you were there, you got a call from Hunter saying that the three mean girls in the school, who are Tracy, Stacy, and Lacey, were also missing. Say hi to OPT's cat, who typed in the chat there. While there, Alex discovered that this is where the school psychologist works and went in and said hello to everybody's favorite emotional support bunny rabbit, Hop Skip.
Yay!
Oh, yeah.
Hop Skip did make a cameo. Had a conversation with the psychologist, She agreed to get some brainwaves from the three mean girls who you found in there. Meanwhile, Drake and Gianna, with the help of the emotional support chibi Cabra, got some information out of Biff, where Gigi finally cashed in her +1 forward from episode 1.
Been holding on to that for a long time.
And you got the information how they had been picking on, and they were walking through the park, and they saw a giant dog-like form, and basically crap their pants.
Mm-hmm.
Flo decided he was going to go attempt to question Hilbert, who was still at the school, because he was doing Drake's homework that Flo was supposed to do, but per the agreement, Flo was supposed to turn in Drake's homework, which is exactly what he did. Turned in the blank pages of homework. So in this process of Flo trying to slowly reach up to doing some bullying, Drake decided to bust in after being chased by a nurse and a couple of orderlies with a tranquilizer. Don't ask how he got to that. And decided, instead of just taking the subtle approach, he was going to go full on, raised earth and started aggressively yelling at Hilbert, chasing him down through the school hallways, transforming into a dragon, throwing a fireball at him, nearly making the kid wet his pants, and sent him off crying. We ended the session last time with the scene in the foreboding park at night, the park with the statue you all keep wrecking. That is the scene you currently see on your screen here. So, as I said, welcome to Bay City Chronicles Presents Next Gen, issue 27, Elephant's Memory, part 4. On the cover, you see a silhouette of a large spectral dog. For anyone who has seen Digimon, the spectral dog looks strangely, but not enough to sue, like Garurumon.
It's a reasonable facsimile thereof.
Exactly. It's an artist's rendition. And it basically takes up the entire comic panel. In different spots in the shadow of the spectral dog, you see our heroes, Gigi, Vincent, Drake, and Alex, all doing their best attacking this dog rather fruitlessly. And then huddled in the very, very back corner of the comic, you very much have to squint to see it. You see a small figure huddled, crying in the fetal position. It's very hard to tell what this figure looks like, except for the fact that the hat they're wearing has 2 little wolf ears on.
Aww.
And we open the comic to the exact same page we left on last time. And do you need the description again?
Would you mind?
Okay. Even though the light of the moon is shining bright, the park seems to grow ever darker. The shadows of the trees start to blend into the blackness, and their silhouettes against the starlit sky grow less pronounced. A dreadful silence hangs in the air, and the sound of crunching leaves or breaking twigs is easy to draw one's attention. On the air, a faint smell of the city clings to the remnants of the laughter that normally populates this place. As you look around, the you in this case being Alex and Gigi, and potentially a third if Alex made a phone call, the sound of a howl pierces the still air, and a quadrupedal spectral canine that looks remarkably like a Rurumon, outlined in a deep blue, seems to appear out of nowhere at the northern end of the park by the ever-destroyed statue. So that's the scene we opened the comic on.
So, the next immediate panel is just a picture of this.
Ooh.
And then Red Dragon is standing in the park.
I'm not going to lie, you said a picture of this, and I'm looking at the picture, and I sure can't. I'm like, what is that?
Same
Oh,
here.
that.
And then the red light came on, and I went, oh.
Oh, shiny.
Dreaming, yes.
I got shinied.
Yes. So, Red Dragon now standing there looking, posing all, like, hands and hips and everything. Just like around like, it's been way too long since I did that.
I kind of missed it, if I'm being honest.
Do me a quick favor.
What?
You want odds or evens?
Evens.
It has been a little while since you've been lost in there. You might have put on a couple of pounds.
I was just gonna say that! I was just gonna say, like, Red Dragon looks down, it's like, this is a little tighter than it was last time. Does the dreaming help you put on pounds or something?
It certainly doesn't take them away.
Or is it that you remembered me fatter?
Gianna, how does it make you feel? Because I think you might need to...
He didn't say it mean, he just said it, he just said it.
Not on purpose.
Well, I didn't think you did it on purpose, I just asked if you remember me larger or something.
As this is happening, you hear piercing through the park.
So, Alex smiles at that. Is like, yes, right on time.
So, does this mean that Drake was effective?
No idea. But, I was waiting for this moment.
You have a plan?
Well, yeah, we've been here long enough. I've got a perfect plan here. There's no way this can fail.
It's time.
Indeed.
Famous
So do I
last
describe
words.
this thing first, or do I roll it first? Because I'd rather describe the whole thing out first.
Well, I have a question before that.
Yes?
Does your roll affect how some of this plays out?
Other than failing or not.
Okay. So I say roll it first. I'll let you
Man.
describe it either way. Then I'll jump in with.
I really want to describe what's supposed to happen, the whole thing, and then find out like if the end fails or not.
Okay.
So just trust me
Okay.
on this one. All right.
I do.
So, when the howling comes and whatnot, and Alex points out that he's been waiting for this moment. He points towards the ground off to the side, and he has what look like Scooby snacks on the ground, and there's a number of them leading down a path all the way to a bridge, a nice size walking bridge, but still kind of a narrow bridge over the pond. And as Alex waits for the werewolf to get there, he looks up. Once it happens, he looks up, and he looks at his watch. He's like, I hope I called him in time. And right at that moment is when our best friend Drake tries to make a dramatic entrance and instead slams directly into the water right next to the werewolf, which splashes him and gets him all wet. And then Alex hits a button on his suit, and you don't know where these came from, but he set these up. 4 really cold snowblowers start blasting this werewolf in the face. Because he's all wet now, he freezes in place. Or at least that's the intent.
First things first, go ahead and roll Dangerous Web.
Yes, this ends badly, and I love it.
Because there are multiple right here.
I had a +3 in this!
There's only one team. So
I had a
can't even make it.
+3 in this.
Oh no, this is
here's what it's
this
going
is
to
bad. This is
happen.
bad.
Okay, so I believe on a miss. What's the exact wording on a miss here?
Hold on. Let me pull that up. Where's my sheet? There it is. On a miss, the trap inevitably leads to a dangerous escalation.
Okay, so yes, there is going to be a dangerous escalation. All right, so here's what's going to happen. First things first. You do call Drake. He does land. However, your timing was a little off. So instead of getting him wet and turning on the snowblowers, you turned on the snowblowers first, and the pond froze. So first things first, Drake.
Also means I pointed them in the wrong direction.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm taking a powerful blow, aren't I?
You are taking a powerful blow for belly flopping on the ice.
And of course,
Yep. So, on a 7 to 9, choose one of the following. You lash out verbally, provoke a teammate to foolhardy action, or take advantage of your influence to inflict a condition. You give ground, your opposition gets an opportunity, or you struggle past the pain and mark 2 conditions.
I'm going to give an opportunity to my opposition here.
Okay, well, you're what it's looking for specifically. So you come crashing down. This plan's supposed to work great. Crack! There's a Drake-sized imprint in the ice. And then and for D&D size, we're talking gigantic. Like, this thing is freaking huge. And like I said, it's a quadrupedal dog canine type of thing. Comes charging at you. Comes down, scoops you up in its mouth, throws you up, and then just smacks you into a tree. So,
Taking a second powerful blow already?
no, you are not. You are taking a special powerful blow.
Oh,
Because when you take a powerful blow from this manifestation, you use this move instead.
can I counter your special move with my special move?
Well, hold on. I have a question that was asked before this happens. Yes, Dark, that would work. Go ahead and roll to defend.
Hold on, I have to find my sheet. Sorry.
So that's a savior roll.
It's gonna be a
And-
1.
Yeah, you've never met Drake, so you won't have influence over. But the savior roll here. By the way, what he sent me for this, I want this to work so badly.
Well, I mean,
And after
we have
this,
one team in
you'll-
the pool.
yes,
For
after.
this,
Well, keep in mind, after this, the team move will trigger about the going into battle. So, kind of use it. This wouldn't be a bad time.
okay, then
I'm
I'll
kind of
GG,
out of it, so
I'll GG. do it
Okay.
then.
So, all right. So I will explain the mechanical side of this first. Then I'll let Dark explain what happens when you defend someone or something from an immediate threat roll plus savior. On a 10, on a hit, you keep them safe and choose 1. On a 7 to 9, it costs you. So on a 7 to 9, or you hit, you got a 10. So here's what you're going to do. You can either add a team to the pool, take influence over somebody you protect, or clear a condition.
That would be for me.
That would be for you, because you were the one who did the saving.
I will take the influence for now.
Okay, so Nora, you Drake is going to be. Vincent now has influence over Drake, which you'll meet in a minute. But please describe what takes the spectral dog's attention away from Drake.
So right after Drake hits the ice, you hear a bunch of meowing coming from the bushes around the lake. And then all of a sudden, just this horde of robot cats comes charging at the dog and starts jumping on it.
And the dog is distracted by robot kitties. So a horde of robot cats has just appeared, everybody. And now we are going ahead and going to be engaging, going into battle against a dangerous foe as a team. I will automatically add 2 teams to the pool. As as Vincent and an army of robot cats appear, which is a hilarious comic panel.
So I would say the leader is Alex in this situation because he contacted me to join the fight.
He initiated.
It's
Even though
really-
I technically engaged
Right.
first,
Yep.
your action brought me to the fight.
I had the
Okay.
grand plan, it didn't work at all.
Oh, so first
I was
question,
involved. That was your
Yeah.
first
Alex,
mistake.
do you have influence over every teammate?
Yes,
Yeah, Vincent?
I
Right,
do.
'cause you met him.
He does. Okay. Next question. What is everybody's purpose in this fight?
Stop the werewolf.
Stop.
Not a werewolf.
Or
Stop the thingy.
the whatever it is.
Stop the thingy that's beating me like a drum.
As
Already.
usual, Vincent doesn't really know, but he was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. As usually is.
I think Giannis is actually to figure out. Well, she wants to figure out how to stop this thing, but also figure out where it came from.
Those technically are not mutually exclusive,
Mm-hmm.
so I'll allow it. Okay, so first things first. I don't think you're ill-prepared. Do you think you're off balance?
Be-
Failed.
I would say no, actually.
yeah, that's true. Despite the fact,
Yeah, I'm asking because things went wrong here, so I wanted your.
I mean,
I would
like
s-
we were
we
still,
came with a plan.
yeah, the plan didn't work, but we're still ready for this.
Which is why I knew you weren't ill-prepared, which is why I asked if you were off balance or not. Because were you off balance from this whole thing going sideways?
I mean, as a superhero, you have to expect that your plans aren't always going to work. But that
the
went
plan involved-
that went pretty wrong. But I don't think we were off balance per
The
se.
plan involves Drake. It actually went as normal.
Okay. And does any member of the team mistrust anybody else?
No,
I can't say I mistrust anybody at this point.
Okay.
The
So,
one I haven't met saved me.
yeah,
we have
exactly.
we have 5 team, as you can see up in the corner there. Drake got attacked. Alex's plan failed. Vincent came in with a horde of cats. Gigi, you're up.
Well, what Gigi's going to do first is she's going to basically use the Nova power of Nova. What happens is Gigi focuses herself on the lake and the hole that Drake created.
No, there's not a hole. There's an imprint.
Oh, imprint.
You know the cartoon thing when someone crashes into a wall and there's their...
Yeah,
Drake did that, but on the ice.
gotcha. So is the ice still solid?
Yes, for right
Okay.
now.
Not anymore, because busting up out of the ice is going to be a swarm of tentacles from the Kraken.
The Kraken!
As Gigi kind of summons forth the Kraken to grab hold of this wolf, to drag it both towards the freezing ice flows and hold it still.
Okay. So, this is not a directly engage,
Mhm.
because there is a special move for directly engaging this thing.
Ooh,
I told you I had multiple custom moves ready for this.
you did.
Okay, so when you engage with the horror in the real world, roll plus danger.
Do I have to?
Yes.
Okay.
You'd be rolling danger either way.
Actually, wait a second. Okay, I thought I had a +1 against Tilbert, but no.
Well, this isn't against Tilbert either way.
True.
I mean, it is, but it isn't.
Darn it.
Okay.
+6. I got a 6, so...
So Alex can help. He pulls out a dog whistle and blows at it to distract the beast.
We have all these crazy esoteric ways of helping, and then a dog whistle.
Exactly.
All right, I'll allow it. So, I'll read the move and show it to you. When you engage with the horror in the real world, roll plus danger. On a hit, you can tell something isn't right about this. On a 10 plus 2, chew. On a 7 to 9, choose 1. All right, your options are: your strike gives you insight as to what is causing this. Your strike gives you insight as to where this is coming from. Or your strike gives you insight as to how to properly combat this.
Nuts. She wants to know both of the first ones. She's going to go off of the second one, where this came from, to see if her hunch is right.
I see Cheese has
so-
been playing a whole lot of Eldritch Horror.
Actually, no, I haven't.
Just the last sentence there.
Right. So, you specifically, you strike and you feel the manifestation of the Kraken sort of grab onto this.
Mhm.
And it's weird because it feels solid, yet it isn't. And as to where this is coming from, you know probably better than anybody. This is the exact same sort of manifestation that you create when you summon your friends.
It's like me.
Okay,
Alex.
so, since Alex has been gone for a while, and he's back now, this is kind of like a new season of Sentai. So what he's got, you don't know where this came from, but suddenly he's on, like, one of those Power Ranger motorcycle things, and he's just zooms directly at this werewolf, or this creature or whatnot, and basically leaps into the air and tries to strike it with his tires as he's, like, flies past it.
Okay. When you engage the horror in the real world.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's going to be roll danger anyway.
Right.
Yay!
All right, same thing.
Well, Alex is going to do it this way. I want to know how to properly combat this thing.
Okay. So again, you go through and strike this. Now, I think you've been involved in one of the times where Sassy or somebody else has been taking over control of. So you get the feeling that you've done this before. You get the feeling of doing this before, and you know that the best way to properly combat this is to stop the source.
But where is he?
That is a very good question. Drake is up.
Okay, so Drake kind of gets out of what is now a very cold pond, and he is a very blue dragon.
Aww.
Oh, don't be sad.
Oh, Drake's not sad. Drake looks over at the werebeast thing, whatever it is, and unleashes a giant ball of ice out of his mouth.
All right. When you engage the horror in the real world.
Oh, it's not. Well, freak.
No.
Oh, my bad.
You're launching it at the thing, are you not?
Yes.
Yeah. Then yeah, when you engage the horror in the real world.
What am I rolling?
A danger.
Oh, okay, that works too.
Okay. Again. Choose one of the three you see on the screen.
So we've picked so far
2 and 3.
Yep. And what's funny is you all have picked the ones that make sense for each of you to pick.
exactly.
So Drake's gonna go for what is causing the horror.
Okay. Well, it takes you a minute, and everything starts to piece together in your head. You know that like the scenes you get where like you close up and there's like the math equations going across somebody's face, like that happens to Drake right now, and he has 141 and 2/3%. No, we're not Steiner mathing. So coupled with everything that you know, the fact that everything has been connected to Hilbert, the fact that Hilbert couldn't give you any information, even when you threatened to basically burn him up with a fireball. And now that nothing you seem to do here in the real world is affecting this thing, you're pretty sure what's causing this is a combination of latent powers that Hilbert doesn't know he has, manifesting through his anger, probably while he's not aware of it.
So that's funny because Drake's whole... We didn't really address this last episode, but Drake's whole attempt on Hilbert was to trigger this fight.
I told you. That means it worked, what you did.
It did work. So, interesting. And I don't know who's up next, so yeah.
Vincent is up next.
So Vincent's still kind of out of place here, but he just sees this thing attacking its friends. So he's going to have two of his robots go like towards it and jump on its back and then self explode.
Okay, so we no longer need to do the engaging the horror thing because you got all the information off of that.
Okay, so it's not like more to the screen. Okay.
I mean, if you want to, we can, but now we're going to go ahead and go back to the normal directly engaged. So go ahead and roll plus danger. Also, don't fail. You really don't want to fail this one.
I can spin the team because the Kraken's still holding it down.
Like I say, Gigi makes the most sense here because apparently Drake decided he's playing Exploding Kittens.
So if someone could do it, it's Exploding Kittens.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so on a 7 to 9, choose one of the following: resist or avoid their blows, take something from them, create an opportunity for your allies, or impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition. I love the thought process of, which one do I want to do? Which one does Vincent want to do?
Oh, I thought that was Horse Cham.
Oh, no, that was you. Did you like my subtle way of calling that out? Yeah, so Vincent gets to either resist or avoid its blows, take something from them, create an opportunity for your allies, or impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition.
I'll make an advance for my allies.
Okay, so the Kraken is sort of holding this down, and the kittens just blow up. Well, this is the second time the cats have blown up in this thing's face or distracted it, so it's a little cranky now. So first things first, you didn't resist or avoid its blows. So it's still kind of grabbed by the Kraken. We'll get to the opportunity in a second. But the first thing it's doing is It might not be able to move, back and forth, but it still has a tail. It's a sharp tail. So the tail is going to come and swing at Vincent. So, unless somebody wants to do something about it, I'm going to break out the special powerful blow move.
Alex will jump in to defend somehow. He's just going to run by. He's got his Power Ranger sword, so why not? He's just going to go
motorbike around too.
What do you say?
You're still on the motorbike.
Yeah, that's true. So he's going to like joust in. Sword, boom. Hopefully, anyway. I mean, I have +3 saving for crying out loud. Oh, and I have influence over Vincent, so that's +1, right?
Yes, it is.
There we go!
Yay!
All right. On a 10+, choose one. Clear a condition, add a team to the pool, or take influence over somebody you protect.
Literally the only thing I can do is add team to the pool.
Oh, it's not the only thing you can do.
I mean, I already have influence over Vincent, and I have no conditions, so...
Well, if you take influence again, you get to change labels.
I mean,
so
that's true, but that
you can do it.
That would actually be dumb, so...
Okay. So, please tell me you see the tail coming at him and you just scoop him up on the bike and drive by.
Yes.
Please. Okay.
Now he's got a passenger suddenly.
Yep. Now,
It's, the next comic panels you see is just Red Dragon reaches over and plops the helmet on Vincent's head.
but here's the most important question.
Yes.
Does a sidecar magically form?
Oh yeah, exactly. It just comes out of the thing. Again, you have no idea how this works. It just comes out of the side, and then after he pops the helmet on, Red Dragon just puts Vincent in the seat over there.
All right, Gianna.
And it just gives him the big thumbs up because he can't say anything because helmet and stuff.
Yeah.
So
Gianna, that just happened.
as Alex is coming by with Vincent in the little sidecar, Gianna's gonna be scampering by, and she kind of yells out at Vincent, "Vincent, meet Drake! Drake, meet Vincent! Help each other! I gotta try to find Hilbert." And so she's gonna
Actually, Alex calls out, I'm on the motorcycle. I can get to his house faster.
She's gonna assess the situation, see if maybe Hilbert's around.
All right, go ahead and roll to assess the situation.
No, Alex thinks he's sleeping in his bed right now, so...
Well, she knows she can control things when they're close to her, so she's assuming.
Right.
No, Gigi's playing this exactly how Gigi would think about
No,
it.
yeah, and Alex is thinking that he's at his home. That's why he wants to go that way. I'm just saying.
All right, well, all right, on a 10+, ask 2.
Okay. Biggest one is, what gear can I use to find where Hilbert is?
Well, what here can you use to find where Hilbert is? This is going to be a weird answer, but what here can you use to find where Hilbert is? You.
Right.
You are what you can use to find where Hilbert is.
Oh, I get it. The energy.
Yeah.
The movements. All right.
I'm glad I didn't have to explain that farther because you all got it immediately.
Mm-hmm.
How can we best end this quickly? We can next question, but
I think we know how to
How
answer.
best, how best can you end this quickly?
I assume I know the answer, but I'll ask it anyway.
What do you think the answer is?
The answer is to get Hilbert to make the dog go away.
Yes, but no.
Can I hazard a guess?
You can hazard a guess.
We need to wake Hilbert up.
That is the correct answer.
Oh,
He's sleeping right now. That's what we learned from all that information.
that's
Yes.
right. Dreaming. Oh,
Yeah,
right.
yeah. It's
Yes.
not. That's why I don't. That's why Alex doesn't think he's around here because he would have to be sleeping in the park.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So,
did you then act on that, or
how is she going to act on it?
on the knowledge that she could probably find Hilbert by trying to kind of
You certainly
tap
can.
in. Yeah.
I'd say do it because she would realize that I could do this real fast and then just go.
Yep.
So it makes sense that she just continues her turn into it.
So, what are you trying to do exactly?
Well, I guess if Hilbert's possibly asleep, she'd probably want to tap into the dreaming, but specifically where Hilbert's dreaming, to try to wake him up. I don't know if that's a thing.
Roll. Well, you know that if you try to wake somebody up from the dreaming, bad things can happen.
Right.
But you also know you can probably tap into the spectral energy from the dreaming and trace its source.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll to unleash your powers.
Alrighty. That's a 10.
Okay. You are able to basically. We've never seen it on you before, but every manifestation created from the dreaming has a link to the person that creates it. Basically, think of the threads of fate and the hair that the fates would cut. Same sort of concept. You, through utilizing your powers and knowing how the dreaming works, are able to see, when you focus, the thin, basically, manifestation connecting this manifestation, this giant dog, to eventually where Hilbert will be. So you have the path.
Okay, and so she's gonna scream out that I know where Hilbert is.
Where's he at?
She's that way. She's gonna point. It's probably a really long way, but I'm assuming you can pick her up on the way as you drive by. But...
Sure, there's another seat that expands from the opposite side. So,
I'm assuming, correct me if I'm wrong here, we're still going to be in combat, but can we just have the next panel be the four of you on the bike? We have two sidecars, with one with Drake, one with Vincent.
Drake's not on the bike.
He'd be flying above us.
Drake is staying with the the shadow.
With the dog. Okay. So
to make sure nothing bad happens, of course.
That's fair. So it is Alex's turn. What are you doing?
I'm driving like a madman to where Gianna's pointing is.
Okay. 2 questions.
Yes.
1, are you scooping Gianna?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
2, are you detaching your sidecar?
No.
Okay.
What do you mean, detaching the sidecar?
You're taking Vincent along.
Yeah,
right?
we're all going on this adventure.
Okay. So the 3 of you zoom off on this bike, leaving Drake and the Spectral Hound to go 1-on-1.
Yeah.
So
you get the one panels where leaving out. Red Dragon just yells out, "Drake, keep him busy. Just make sure he doesn't hurt anybody. You included in that.
Hey.
We'll be right back."
So it's going to take you guys a little bit to get to basically, because you're following Gianna directing you.
Right.
The hard part is it's a straight line,
yeah.
But you guys can't go through buildings, so you have to weave in and out to catch it back up.
This bike doesn't actually fly yet.
Yeah. It's going to take you a minute. So we're going to stay here with Drake and this manifestation going 1-on-1. Drake, what do you do?
So Drake is going to pull his punches.
You're going to pull your punches. Okay.
So fight the good fight. When you pull your punches while directly engaging a threat, you can roll plus savior instead of plus danger. If you do, you cannot choose to impress, surprise, or frighten your foe.
Okay.
So Drake knows that if he goes full Kaiser, he just obliterates the manifestation, but he wants to keep this thing distracted and buy the team time to get to their mission. So he's going to have a little fun.
All right, roll it. Okay. Choose to. You cannot choose to impress, surprise, or frighten. Oh, by the way, you can choose to create an opportunity for your teammates, because technically they're still involved in this fight, just not with you. So you do have that as an option.
So there's nothing to take in this instance because it's a spectral thingy-majigger.
I mean, there are certain. I mean, it depends how creative you want to get.
I'd have to get pretty creative. But I am going to resist or avoid blows, and I am going to create an opportunity for my allies who are going.
Okay, so you pull some punches. So you're hitting it. Instead of like doing like the big like star uppercut, you're just like doing a bunch of jabs at it. It's just like peppering it and annoying it. So the opportunity, Gianna, you will notice this. Okay? You will notice that the connection sort of shimmies and wavers for a second, and then solids back up again. So you can you know that whatever just happened, it's buying you more time to get there. So we're going to do one more round in the park, and then we will get to Hilbert's house. Oh, by the way, Drake, no, not Drake, but Gianna and Alex, as you continue farther along this path, the area you're in is beginning to look very, very familiar.
I mean, it's a neighborhood we've probably been to before.
Drake, what are you doing?
Yeah, I kind of figured you didn't meet that.
So, hi, Cat. Drake is going to. Can I assess the situation?
You can assess the situation.
Oh, dear.
Wow.
So peppering. You stop for a second to look up to try and see what next thing you can do. And the next thing you see, there is a giant spectral maw just lunging at you, teeth gnashing. So, when you would take a powerful blow from the manifestation, roll plus conditions marked.
To just take a powerful blow.
So basically, you're rolling to take a powerful blow, but the effects are.
Ooh.
I can't see my buttons. There's a cat.
Would you like me to roll the button? The button for you?
No, I would not.
Okay, I will now show this to you all.
Oh no.
When you are attacked by the manifestation, roll plus conditions marked. On a 10 plus, if afraid is not marked, mark afraid and roll to take a normal powerful blow.
Oh no, you do both.
Is
Sorry.
afraid marked?
Afraid is not marked.
Okay, so you're going to go ahead and mark afraid and roll to take a normal blow. I will show the rest of the move now.
Wow.
God.
Okay, so on a 10 plus, on a normal powerful blow, you can either lose control of yourself or your powers in a terrible way, or get yourself out of the situation, flee, pass out, etc.
Oh, I'm doing the fun one.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. I'm going to hold on to that.
Oh no.
We're not going to see what happens to Drake because we're going to shift back to the motorcycle. And as you're continuing to follow this line, you follow this line of the motorcycle into a very, very familiar, very, very nondescript neighborhood.
Yeah.
In fact, you follow the line to the nondescript house right across the street from the normal nondescript house you go to.
So
He lived this close?
So Alex does the thing where he, does a nice stylish turn and screech and stop, and everyone's perfectly fine in the two seats there, even though they may be a little rattled from all that. But so yeah, Alex, Red Dragon looks around and he's looks at Gianna why did Drake not know he lived directly across the street from the kid? Probably because he's never here. Never mind.
Well, also because Drake probably sleeps in until about noon, and Hilbert goes to school early.
Yeah. Alright, so Alex is gonna jump out of the motorcycle because, again, Sentai. And he's going to...
Oh yeah, I promised you the rest of the moves, so there it is.
Yeah. He's probably gonna just try to is this a 1 or 2 story house?
It's a 2-story house. It's
Yeah.
it's the exact same design. You know the layout of this house.
Okay.
These are all cookie cutters. These are all cookie cutter houses.
So he's
Or
going to
a
grappling
player.
hook up to the second floor windows to get into Drake's bedroom. Hilbert's bedroom.
Okay. It is a fairly nondescript bedroom. Same size as the one Drake has, laid out much differently. Well, what things would you see in a nerd's bedroom?
Oh, comic books for sure.
Okay. And I want things that someone would be embarrassed with, things that they that they're going to get picked on for.
My Little Pony stuff.
Yeah.
So Hilbert's a brony.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's got the hat with the ears, man.
Those actually no. I will say one big thing, and now you're going to see the whole connection. You see all that. The other thing you see is apparently Hilbert is also a big Pokemon fan.
Ooh, is
Because-
that a Lucario hat?
No, it is a Mightyena hat because of the Mightyena poster above his bed. And now you realize that the giant manifestation is a freaking Mightyena. And you know how someone looks when they've cried themselves to sleep?
Very well. I mean, how do they look?
That's exactly what Hilbert looks like right now. Like, he looks
Never
like
done
he
that.
cried himself to sleep.
So
Oh, he
Alex
looks
is definitely
bad.
going to like either push open the window, or break in if he needs to.
You can open the window. You're
Okay.
fine. I'm not
Yeah, he's going to jump in, like open up the window, jump in, and start trying to rouse. What?
Be careful. You don't want to do it too roughly.
No, he's not
He's
going to
in
like.
the middle.
He's just going to do the gentle like hand on like hey Hilbert.
He wakes up and has this look of a combination of scared that someone not his parents just woke him up, and also awe of, holy crap, there's a superhero in my bedroom?
Hilbert, you okay?
Okay. I have another move here for you.
Okay.
Ooh.
When you try to talk to the dreamer, roll plus mundane.
Can I do something right before I do that? Because at this moment, Alex is feeling a whole lot like the person underneath the mask because he's trying to deal with a real person, and I am going to follow up with this, I promise.
I'm hoping you do.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what I want to do, but the first thing I want to do is utilize the mask and flip my savior with my mundane.
Fair.
And now I'm going to roll mundane, you said?
Yes, when you try to talk to the dreamer, roll plus mundane.
Didn't need the
Okay.
+1, but there we go.
All right. On a 10 plus, hold 2. Hold can be spent 1 for 1 to do any of the following. Your words reach them. They clear a condition. Angry cannot be cleared via this way. I didn't write it down, but it's part of my notes. You show them you care. Choose a teammate there with you. The chosen teammate gets +1 forward the next time they roll this move. If, at any point, every member of your team who is there has hold, you may spend all of the remaining hold for the following. You show them that they are someone worth fighting for. The dreamer's anger has calmed for now.
Ooh.
Do you have that written down, please? Thank you.
I do. So you have 2 hold right now.
Right. And I gotta have at least 1, I'm assuming.
Yep.
All right. When you say they clear a condition, is that like
They being the dreamer.
Right, that's
They
what I-
being
right?
case.
When they do it, not like I say which one they clear, right?
correct.
Okay. Okay.
So now the roll move has been rolled.
Um. So, I'm gonna use 1 hold to show
Okay.
them I care, and I'm gonna choose Gianna.
Okay. So first off, is Gianna in the room with you currently?
I was actually going to get on the window because Mr.
Okay.
Wallace-
So you're like up there in the window, a little head peeking out.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just picturing like OPT having this conversation, like kid in bed, little scare, like big Power Ranger having it, and then Gianna like hey, fingers, eyeballs,
Yes. Like her
and
glasses
it
are
looks
up.
like she's struggling, but she's really just standing on Mr. Moth. And in the distance of that picture with Gianna, you just see the sidecar has now created a dome lid and is flying off like a man. Okay, so Gianna is now poking her head into the window. All
I
right,
hope he returns that.
what do you say?
Hilbert, it's okay.
No. What does Alex say?
Oh, sorry.
So, Alex is going to, is Hilbert cognizant of what I'm telling him, by the way?
as cognizant as someone who cried themselves to sleep and just got woken up by a power wave can be.
Right. Okay. Just like he's okay.
Also, that was a sentence I just said.
Yeah. So Red Dragon is going to like sit on the side of his bed, and he's going to take his helmet off. Then he's going to look at Hilbert and be like, "Hilbert, look, dude, it's all right, man. Like,
okay. First things first. You exposed your identity to someone who didn't know who you were.
Yes.
Okay. So, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that means you get to gain a potential.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
So yeah, he's going to be saying things like, Hilbert, man, look, I know things can get really awful at school sometimes, but you are absolutely just as important as everybody else.
Then why did your friend shoot a fireball at me?
So the next panel you're going to get is Alex just kind of sitting there, like, and then like the next panel is him just kind of wide-eyed. Next kind of is, yeah. I think our friend was just a little I don't know. I'll have to talk to him about that. Pass him on the side.
We get another panel, and you know how you have like sometimes in TV shows you have like the shots of like you just see the ground moving and you just see like something running.
Yeah.
We get the comic panel variation of that, and all you see are the giant spectral paws, and they're running.
Mm-hmm.
Back to shocked Alex and shocked Gigi.
So, Alex is just giving him the pat on the back, like, I'm sure it's fine.
Drake's not very good at expressing himself, Hilbert.
Thank you,
He
Gianna.
means well.
All right. When you try to talk to the dreamer, roll plus mundane. Remember, you have a +1 forward on this.
I need it because Gianna, not mundane.
No, Gianna.
That's why I gave it to you.
Thank you. Oh, it helped.
Nice.
It did help.
Okay. Let's
Okay.
see.
You have 2 hold as well.
Well, I mean, I want to have them clear a condition, but we also have the if every member of your team has hold.
Not every member of your team has hold.
Oh, Eric's not here.
I thought it was every team member that's here.
Yeah, I know. Remember that whole lose your control of yourself, your powers away thing?
Oh.
I have that in my back pocket, and not everybody of your team who has a connection to Dreamer who is there has hold. So you guys are talking, and I'm going to let you play this out for a little bit, and then I've got something fun.
Huh.
I assume Hilbert knows who Alex actually is, as far as like in.
Oh yeah, he was the
Gigi's
one.
not hiding your face either.
Like you, Alex. Hilbert was the one doing your homework while you were gone.
Right. Okay,
Yeah, kind of is important.
Right. Yes, yeah. So Alex says to her, it's like, besides, you were helping me out while I was out of commission for a while. A long while.
Gigi just kind of walks in. She kind of hops in, funny. It's like, and you were doing a great job too, Hilbert. We're really thankful for you doing that.
Yeah, you kept me from not failing while I was being erased from existence.
We're sorry that our friend scared you and that all this is happening to you.
As this conversation is going on, you start to hear the soft thud of 4 feet. And it gets louder and louder and louder and louder and louder and louder and louder. Gianna, you're outside. Are you still in? Are you outside still? Or are you inside now?
I hopped in.
Okay. You hear this, and it's like a thundering earthquake.
There's like a glass of water on the table that's like
Right.
doing a ritual thing.
Oh, it spills all over Alex.
Hey! That's just water, thankfully.
Odds or evens? Alex.
Evens.
Okay, it kind of looks like you peed yourself a little because the window.
It's kind of the least of my worries right now.
I know.
Thought you said it was going to get all over his face and mess his hair up. Jeez.
Aw. What's that sound? She looks out. She moves over to look out the window.
So, out of game, I have two exact thoughts. It's either obviously the spectral wolf, or it's Drake running towards us.
Yes.
It's chasing him this way, isn't it?
It probably.
No. No.
Okay.
So does somebody go look outside?
Gianna does.
I would say
Okay.
both of us kind of like take a
You.
peek.
So actually, we get the Scooby-Doo thing of Gianna, Alex, and Hilbert all looking outside. And what you see is a no longer spectral Mightyena.
Oh.
You see a Mightyena that could potentially be classified as a shiny Mightyena, but the color of this Mightyena is the exact same blue color that Drake was when you left him. And riding on top of this now runaway spectral blue Mightyena is a very human Drake, holding on for dear life.
That's probably not good. So Alex pops his helmet back on real quick. Okay. I think we had to do something, Gianna.
Hilbert.
We need to get Drake off of that.
Hilbert, can you control it?
Gianna,
Yes.
you know that he's awake right now.
Yes.
That should be gone.
Yeah.
Okay. That's bad. Hilbert, stay safe and just try not to get too scared, okay? We'll handle this.
So Alex has an idea.
Roll the comfort and support.
Oh, there you
Okay.
go.
Because he's no longer the dreamer now because of all this crazy stuff.
Oh,
so.
right, yeah.
Hey!
Hey!
All right. Wait.
All right. He's going to unmark afraid because you said, I whatever that is, just stop it.
We will.
We're gonna cut to Drake on top of this thing.
One moment while I try to move a cat.
Okay. We're gonna cut to Drake on top of this thing. We just see another comic panel and just the that we've been seeing the whole time.
That's like spanned over the last
It's
like
spanned over
page.
3 or 4 comic panels, yeah.
Yes.
Like as we're talking and everything, it's just
Jade, get me off this crazy thing.
Basically, yeah.
Gianna, get me off this crazy thing! Have we moved Cat yet?
Yeah, cat's out of the way enough to do whatever I need to do.
So we just see that. Gianna and Alex, you are now staring down with a fully solid-looking Drake Blue, drooling, panting, growling, 20-foot tall Mightyena.
So,
What do you do?
well, we're still in Hilbert's room at the moment, but Alex has an idea. He just looks at Gianna and is like, Gianna, Mr. Moth, now!
Mr. Moth, got it.
So,
She summons up Mr. Moth to catch us.
Red Dragon, in the hopes that this is going to, like, Mr. Moth's going to follow him on this, kind of, like, just goes to jump on his back so they can swoop down and try to grab Drake off of this blue thing.
All right. Roll to defend.
Honestly, hoping this fails.
Do I get +1 for influence over him?
Hold on. What was that, Nora?
I'm honestly hoping this fails.
Kind of am too. Yes, you do. OPT.
Yeah, no.
It can't fail. He's a savior.
It didn't.
I
fail.
actually am.
It didn't fail. All right, so clear a condition, add a team to the pool, or take influence over somebody you protect.
Team.
I figured as much. So you swoop in, and you have now scooped up Drake. Now, this is weird, because usually you scoop up Drake and he's usually got like he's got the bod, like the whole Hercules thing about. He feels much lighter than normal. Like he's not nearly as toned.
Drake, you're gonna have to let me know what weight loss program you just went on, because apparently I put on a few pounds in the dreaming.
You have. That suit doesn't fit.
It doesn't fit nearly as well. I need to go in and edit the morpher.
Drake, why aren't you a dragon anymore?
That's a good question that I'm going to need a phone, because I don't have mine anymore. Can I borrow yours?
Drake, you're right across the street. If you look around, you're right across the street from the house.
Can you drop me off next door? I gotta
Sure.
talk to someone.
Yeah, so
She flies Mr. Bob over there.
yeah, I was gonna say swoop in, drop Drake off.
So you swoop in, drop Drake off.
You see Drake run up the stairs, slam the closet door open. Goose!
Stop yelling! I got a hangover.
I'm not a dragon anymore.
Did you do something stupid? Other than normal?
Do I have to answer that?
Okay, that's a yes. What did you do?
So I may have triggered this nerd to provoke him to get the spectral thingy that's been attacking people to come out, and I got into a fight with it, and I'm not a dragon.
Have you tried unplugging it and plugging it back in?
No, but there's a 20-foot dog outside that's now the same color that I was a minute ago. I hear it likes goose.
Herc!
And I am using words of the past.
Alrighty, words of the past. Let me get to the
When
right
you
page
seek
here.
the guidance of one of your elders or a member of your legacy, tell them a problem you face. Ask them a question about the problem. They will answer honestly, then tell you what to do. Take +1 ongoing if you listen. If you go your own way, mark potential. How many of my powers back?
Again with the yelling. Well, here's the problem with that, kid. Normally the answer to that is defeat whatever took them. But I think it's a little more than that. Based on everything you told me, even if you get them back and you defeat the thing, I don't know if they're gonna come back right away. You have to prove to them you deserve them again. Because if you're purposely attacking somebody who can't defend themselves, that's not the hero thing to do.
Well, he made up for it!
So Drake's just kind of awestruck at this statement of no longer being worthy of being the dragon.
So, real quick, before we get into any more RP, I'm assuming you're okay with this, Nora, because we've been talking about this entire time.
Yeah.
Mechanically speaking, your playbook is now the beacon. Or I can go dig deep into my pile of goodies and find something called a costume change. And I think this might be the better option here.
Yeah, costume
There's
change.
a costume change called the Depowered.
Yeah, I want that.
Let me go find the Depowered costume change, and I'll link it to you while the rest of this is going on. All right, continue. As the goose has just told you that you're no longer worthy.
So, I have to earn my powers back?
You have to prove that you're worthy of that mantle again. Now, normally, this would be the point where I'd walk off and make you do it by yourself. But I think you might need some help still. All right, Gianna and Alex.
If Drake isn't able to fight with us, Alex, we gotta take on this wolf ourselves.
I mean, don't we still just have to, like, I don't know. Out of game, don't we still just have to do the thing where we get Drake hold? Or do we fight to sit down? I don't even know.
Up to you. You figure out what you want to do.
Right. Okay, so Alex is gonna... Red Dragon's gonna be like, okay, Gianna, get Drake to Hilbert, maybe, and figure out some way to maybe stop this thing. Because it is still a creature from the dreaming, despite it apparently being not spectral anymore. I'll stay here and try not to get horribly murdered by it.
Right. I guess if he's not mad at Drake anymore, maybe that'll help.
Sure. So
Gianna tries to get Drake's attention.
what Alex is gonna do, he's gonna try to distract this thing, into kind of chasing him into an area that's not densely populated by people. So he's going to, one, do that by using Dog Whistle again, and two, I believe that's going to be a provoke roll.
Alrighty.
Ah, that was a mistake. Okay. Because that's a -1 on my sheet. Yeah, that was going to happen.
Oh no.
All right. You. That was my attempt at a dog whistle.
Yes.
Also, real quick, I'm going to be sending something to Nora here. Took me a minute to find it. Okay. So you blow this dog whistle, and it does stop looking in the window and drooling, and then looks right at you.
Ah, crap.
And rushes straight at you. It's still spectral, so it rushes through the house and doesn't crack it.
Oh, okay.
But it sees you're riding a fly to it. Smack. Please roll to take a powerful blow.
What happened
Gosh,
to
dang
Mr.
it.
Roth?
Go figure it. Roll
All right.
an 8 on that.
So this is the when you are attacked by the manifestation, roll plus condition mark.
Oh, I'm not afraid.
On a
So...
Yeah. Well, no, it's a 7 to 9, so you don't get that part.
Oh, I'm sorry.
On a 7 to 9, choose 1.
Could you pop that back up again? Because I closed it. Thank you.
You lash out verbally at a teammate, causing the manifestation to continue to focus on the bully that you are. You begin to give ground, and the manifestation begins to focus on another teammate, or you struggle past the fear and the pain, mark 2 conditions.
I wanted to keep focusing on me, and I believe Alex would understand that this came from bullying, so he's going to yell out towards Drake and just say, like, after he gets like, hit, whatever, just like, Drake, why did you have to, like, get whatever, like, give this thing your powers by accident or something? It hurts! Ow!
All right, so since you're lashing out verbally, normally I would have you provoke for the stupidity action here, but not a thing. So, Drake, mark guilty.
I can't.
You're already guilty.
I think we're going hopeless here.
That works too.
This is very
That
bad.
works too.
Huh.
So this happens, and it's still sitting there looking right at you. Gianna, you just watched this thing rush through the house and basically smack Alex and Mr. Moth down like they were flies.
You do get a comic panel of Alex kind of crawling over to Mr. Moth, like, Mr. Moth, you okay?
Mr. Moth's bowler hat's just like on the ground as he's like face planted on the ground.
Alex grabs the hat, pops it back up, and then puts it on his head.
Little thumbs up. Gianna watches all this. She's like, right. Keep doing it, Drake. I'm sorry, keep doing it, Alex. Drake.
Red Drake.
Yeah, no. She runs over to Drake because wait, no. We're not at the house yet. Oh, yeah, we dropped you off. So, yeah, she's off of Mr. Moth on the roof then of Drake's house. That's where we were. So she runs over to Drake and, grabs him by the ear. Drake!
What do you want me to do?
I want you to help fix this. You're the only one who can.
I can't fix anything.
Yes, you can. Drake, you have to apologize to Hilbert. That out there is your fault. I know that you meant well and you were going to help and you did, but Hilbert's really mad at you. And that thing exists right now because of how you made Hilbert feel. And you are the only one who can make him feel better about himself right now. You have that power.
I feel like we're going to roll a comfort and support here.
This is 100% a comfort and support here. Which works out good for me because I'm still getting the link to you.
Okay.
I had to dig deep down. It was 2 years ago in my share.
Really? Jeez, I remember you sharing us that.
Yeah, it was back in 2019.
Jeez.
Wowzers.
Dang.
She really meant that. So yeah, comfort and support, the +2, 10 plus. Okay.
There you are. There is the link to the depowered costume change. All right. All right. On a hit, they hear you. They mark potential career condition or shift labels, but up to you. On a 10 plus, you can also add a team to the pool or choose to career condition yourself. First things first, though. Drake, are you opening up?
No. Drake's actually going to close in more.
Okay. Gianna, how do you feel right now that he's not talking to you?
She actually feels kind of angry.
I will never tell you to not mark a condition.
Yeah. Because she's going to clear, she'll add team to the pool because she's trying to support. I get the 10 plus. But
You did.
yeah, she's going to feel angry and she's actually got to do something forcible. She's going to try to teleport Drake by grabbing him and teleporting over to Hilbert's room so he can face the person that he hurt.
Now, real quick, I do want to read a little bit of this depowered thing just for people listening. When you first take this costume change, you immediately unlock the following drama. When you talk about how you lost your power, ask if they think you're still a hero. If they do, clear condition, let them shift your labels. If they do not, mark potential, and the GM will shift your label. Additionally, you lose access to the move Unleash Your Powers. Instead, you are going to be acting with desperation. When you act with desperation to overcome an obstacle or avoid a dangerous situation with nothing but your human capacity, roll flat. On a 7 to 9, you manage it, but just barely. Mark a condition, or it's unstable or temporary. On a 10 plus, you handle it like a true hero and choose 1. Impress, surprise, or amaze somebody. Shift mundane up and another label down, or set up an opportunity for your allies. Abilities. Your powers are gone. Scratch them out and hope you'll get them back. For now, you'll be getting by with 2 of these. Advanced tactics, surprising sturdiness, deep insights, martial arts skills, parkour, or a signature weapon. Any of the social moves that apply to the legacy would still apply. Anything that normally would thematically apply still applies. But you don't have any of the cool things you used to have. And I bring this up because, Drake, it is your turn.
I'll have to figure this out. Goose.
Did the
Wait, did we
goose
tell
come
more
with
of
us?
I didn't realize Drake was transported. Oh, that yeah. What are you? Why am I here? What?
Gianna just points at Hilbert.
This is an awesome comic panel.
This is a great comic panel.
Yes.
And you look as she points. First of all, we didn't describe it earlier because when you first saw him, Hilbert was curled up in bed. What nerdy pajamas is he wearing now? Gianna,
Digimon?
which
He's
Digimon?
both- Oh, which Digimon? He's a dork, so definitely Tentamon.
Oh, yes!
Yeah.
Yes! 100% Tentamon PJ Pen.
Yes.
I can't. Can you at least put some? I can't do this.
Yeah.
Drake, you have
And
to do this.
he looks at you with daggers in his eyes. Like, he is physically shaking right
Drake.
now.
You have something to say to him.
Why would you do that?
I have nothing to say to someone who would attack people.
He did not know what he was doing.
That doesn't matter.
OPT, Alex,
Yeah.
you think you've got the manifestation drawn on you.
I would hope so.
All of a sudden, it sniffs the air. And immediately does a 180 and faces the house.
Oh. Hey, you get that comic panel of, you know what, like Red Dragon's still in full suit, but you get that like transparent view of Alex's face. It's just like the drop of like, oh god.
For the record, I'm going to post this in here for you guys.
I figured as much.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it's getting ready to launch itself back through the house. What do you do?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Cool. I am going to shoot out my grappling hook, Empire Strikes Back style, and try to wrap it.
I was
up.
hoping we were going to get it. I was hoping we were going to get it.
What would that be?
That would be a directly engage, and you're taking its mobility.
I'm taking what?
It'd be a directly engage, and you'd be taking its mobility.
Okay.
So roll plus danger.
Yeah, one little problem, I'm afraid.
Ooh.
Anyone want to help?
I can't. We're involved.
Okay, well, you know what then? Screw it. I've
Wait
never
a
done.
second. Mr. Moth is still with you. He's out
That's
there.
actually true.
Yes.
Dang it. Okay, no, go ahead.
So Gianna can help you.
Yeah.
In a weird roundabout way. Because Mr. Moth, he's going to give you a boost, like, and he'll fly around that grappling hook.
Yes! That's perfect.
All right. So you did say that you are choosing. You did say that you
I'm
are
taking
going
his
to.
mobility, yeah. Which I
So
know
that
that means. I know what that means.
Yes. It does, but in a weird way. So you have got this thing like trapped up. It's trying to move. So it can't move. So then he left.
No.
No, I'm here. My laptop just got unplugged for some
Yeah.
reason.
So it looks at you. It stops, and then it turns its head back and looks at you. And it just shoots a bolt of lightning breath right at you.
Ah!
Please roll to take a powerful blow from the manifestation, which is normal powerful blow for right now.
Dang it!
All right, you know the options.
I'm gonna. Well, at this point, Alex is gonna get blasted backwards, which means he's giving ground because he
Okay.
can't do anything to stop it at this point.
All right, so it means it's focusing on another teammate. We all know the teammate it's focusing on. Blast you back with this lightning, and then ow, and breaks through the grappling hook. Gianna, Drake, Hilbert, you all hear this inside the house. What do you do, Gianna?
Gianna panics at that, but she immediately looks at Drake. Drake, how many times have you fallen into water?
Today?
How many times have you made mistakes?
Today?
We get a flashback to him crashing into the pool and cutting the entire city.
Drake, no matter how many mistakes you make, you are still our teammate and our friend, and we would do anything to help you. Hilbert has made a mistake and he didn't even know it. And right now you have the chance to help him fix that mistake. Stop being such a selfish pighead, Drake. I mean,
Roll to
I think
provoke.
that's a
I was
provoke.
gonna say, yeah.
100% a roll to provoke.
she's oddly mad.
Remember your +1 for influence.
I'm gonna need it.
Actually, hold on.
Oh, too late.
Nice.
No. If you're going to interfere, it's after the roll.
Well, no, because I... Oh, if permanently lose powers. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, never mind.
Permanently in quotes. Okay,
Yeah.
so this is the carrot and the stick. Which means if you do it, a team gets added to the pool. If you don't do it, you mark a condition.
Also, that
Carrot
should be
and-
5 team, by the way, because Gianna helped spent one with on me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Drake's going to ignore this and take his 5th condition.
So it's not the 6th condition, which means you don't remove yourself from the combat yet because you can still mark one.
Yes. So
Okay.
Drake is now insecure.
All right, so she berates you and you choose to ignore it. What do you do as she's basically calling you a selfish prick?
Drake just shuts down and starts leaving the house.
So are you climbing out through the window, or are you going downstairs into?
I didn't hear like half of that.
Are you going out through the window, or are you going downstairs through a strange house where they don't know you're there?
Going out the window.
Probably. As you go to climb out the window, Hilbert stops you.
What do you want?
You know, I don't normally like to do this, but you're a bigger jerk than any of the other ones who've ever picked on me. And he punches you in the nose. Roll to take a powerful blow, because that actually hurts now.
Right. Oh no!
Please tell me he just KTFOs you. Please tell me he just KTFOs you.
So Drake's hanging onto the window, getting ready to drop safely. He punches Drake in the nose. Drake lets go and falls off the 2-story building.
Is there a kiddie pool at the bottom?
Probably not at this point.
I mean, it would if so, it'd be hilarious. You'd still be knocked out anyway.
There is not a kiddie pool at the bottom.
We don't want Drake to drown. Drake's...
It's a kiddie pool. It's literally like, a blow up 2-inch water thing.
Drake
There's
misses
a hot
it.
tub.
Okay.
Drake misses it.
But
yeah, Drake misses it. And there's Drake just KTFO'd. And poor Hilbert thinks he killed you.
You do get a comic panel of LPT going, of Red Dragon going, he missed the water.
Alex, well, he no longer has his powers. He's no longer attacking the light.
That's right. That's part of his powers.
Every power has a flaw.
As this happens, you're watching the manifestation.
Yeah.
And it does that little swirly, wispy thing and disappears.
Oh, thank God.
With Drake's power still inside of it.
Well, Red Dragon doesn't know that. Like, he just saw the thing being blue. He doesn't really understand, what happened, so...
Even
Also, as Drake is falling, we just get a picture of the goose who's watching this. The goose face palms.
And Gianna's kind of looking over the window at Drake there.
So Red Dragon's gonna stand up and kind of run over with that like that gait of being like, you know, not silly. I'm coming. Oh God. Okay. Gets over to Drake. Like, Drake. How many fingers am I holding up?
You have fingers? What are fingers?
Okay, that's on par. All right. Keep your neck still.
Who are you?
Red Dragon. It's okay. Don't talk.
Wait.
Yeah.
I was.
Aw.
Meanwhile,
Passes out.
up
Right,
in the
yeah.
room. Did I kill him?
So Red Dragon look up. No, he's fine. He's
He
fine.
takes lots of falls. He'll be okay, Hilbert.
Yeah, he's good. You just gotta
It's
get him to
alright.
a hospital, probably.
It's all right. You didn't kill him. He's fine. Everything's gonna be all right.
What did he mean I was hurting people? I don't hurt people.
No, Hilbert. It's really difficult to explain, but I really understand it. Hilbert, you have a very special gift.
Actually, as you sense now, the power you were sensing is no longer there.
You had a very special gift. Where did it go? Wait a second.
You can make the assumption you know where it went.
It went back to the dreaming. I don't know how to deal with this.
Is that you, the Gianna, or you, the Chammy?
That's the both.
Me, the both.
Me the both. But Gianna's kind of like looks flabbergasted. She like said, it's like, wait, it's not there anymore. I don't know what that means.
Why did he say I was hurting people? Don't
Well,
hurt people. Well, except him, but he deserved it.
He did. He absolutely did. Well,
And he's shaking his fist. He's got a hard head.
he does have a hard head. But you seen the video of what I did on top of the building, right?
He looks for a minute. Please don't hurt me.
No. I don't mean like that. I mean, and she's gonna actually reach into her poof and pull out Chimicabra. I mean, go on, Chippy. You're good.
He dives back into the poof and comes back out, and he is now a Chibiana.
He's wearing a banana.
No, a Chibiana. He's a Chibi Mediana.
Oh, Chibiana. I get you.
Yeah, he's a Chibi Mediana, cattail, and then jumps over to Hilbert. And he's growling at Gianna. And it's the most adorable thing.
You see, when I got my powers, I accidentally hurt people I cared about and didn't care about too. And I think that's kind of what you did too. You just didn't know it.
People I cared about and didn't care about too. Okay.
I don't exactly know how it works, but that big creature you saw, that was a part of you in a way.
He's just looking at you. He goes and sits on the edge of the bed. He has this wide-eyed look, and he's just vigorously petting Chibiana.
He is a support Chimicabra, so this is his job.
So we'll cut back down to the backyard where there is Red Dragon and a very loopy Drake.
Drake! How many fingers am I holding up now?
How many cups of sugar does it take to get to the moon?
6.
And Drake just falls back over.
Mm-hmm. All right. So Alex is gonna pick Drake up, and actually he's a little surprised how easy that is, and he's gonna run across the street to his house and try to find Goose.
The Goose is actually coming across the street to meet you at this point.
Oh. So Alex gets to the Goose like, hey, I was just coming to find you. Drake here got knocked a little silly.
The door.
Oh, thank you. By the way, how you feel? Never mind.
And it looks like the Goose realizes there's probably people watching. She's putting on a chasing.
Right. Yeah, thanks. Oh my god, gets inside. So, are you okay? Like, feeling-wise, you doing alright?
Hungover, but I'm fine.
Okay. I won't talk as loud then.
Nothing's as loud as... That's the quietest I've ever seen him.
Well, he's unconscious, so yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, where can I put him?
On the couch is fine.
Okay. So, Red Dragon goes and does that. And once he's put out Drake on the couch, he kind of depowers and just gets back to normal. Just like, ugh, okay. Ow. Oh, gosh.
You know, normally I'd be a lot less blunt than this, but that thing kicked your ass.
Yeah. That's not what hurts, though. That suit's way too tight now. God. I gotta go fix that.
Well, I mean, maybe lay off the cronuts thing.
I was being deleted from history, okay? Apparently I came back with a little extra weight.
Well, maybe you should have been deleted from the buffet first.
I didn't have a choice!
Obviously, no, you definitely did. You didn't eat second.
What's wrong with that?
Well, seconds are fine, but seriously, from the looks of it, you had seconds, thirds, fourths, and fifths.
It's an all-you-can-eat buffet! What are you supposed to do?
All you can eat doesn't mean eat at all.
What? Wait, it doesn't?
No!
Crap. But you don't have to pay extra. It's just everything you can consume. And, you know, I
doesn't mean consume everything.
And ever since I got these powers, I've had a high metabolism rate anyway.
Apparently not. You didn't metabolize with those extra 10.
I was in the dreaming being deleted. I couldn't actually exercise.
So as this is going on, Drake reaches up and grabs the duck's beak.
Joke.
Drake kind of pulls the duck in. My powers are gone. What do we have in the portal to help me?
To help you? Like I said, kid, technically, I'm not supposed to help you at all. You're supposed to figure it out on your own.
They want to give me a sword and board? Come on.
Wait. What do you mean your powers are gone? Like, gone? Gone?
So, before I explain this, because I don't want to have to explain it more than once, go get your little poofy-head friend, and if you want to bring the dog-eared hat boy from a hat, I don't care.
So, Alex is just going to flip his phone out and call Gianna and basically say, hey, get you and Hilbert over here.
She's going to ask him first. Hilbert, do you want me a friend of mine who maybe help us to understand this better?
He looks at you.
He looks
Looks
like
down.
a Pokemon.
He looks down at you. Looks down at Chibicabra. Looks down at you. Starts walking, while petting Chibicabra.
So
Probably want to go out the window.
Well, we can probably go downstairs at this point, but
Probably better.
No,
Go to go out the window.
what?
better to go out the window. Also, I now need to get Hilbert an actual not scared out of his wits voice.
Yeah, you need to figure out what it is. So, okay, I'll just come this way and don't be too surprised. So she'll guide Hilbert out the window and then she'll summon Mr. Moth.
What do you mean don't be too surprised? How can I be too surprised?
Well, I mean, just because you're going to see some weird things, possibly.
I just saw the kid who I was doing homework for tell me he was Red Dragon. You had a little monster appear out of your hair who turned into a miniature Mightyena, and a 20-foot-tall dog apparently is trying to protect me from a jerk. I don't think there's anything you're going to show me that's going to show.
You'll fit in great. Come on. So she gets him to hop onto Mr. Moth so we can do like a small little taxi over to Drake's room.
So they walk in, and he sees the goose, and immediately runs over, gives the goose a big hug, and then turns to Gianna. You didn't tell me you had a Swanna, too!
I told you he looked like a Pokemon.
I am not a swan! I am a goose, a highly intelligent variety! Now please, go of me! You talk?
You also might want to be a little on the calm side. He's got a hangover.
And he's not as intelligent as he. Okay, he is.
In the meantime, though, Gianna is going to immediately walk over to...
Hello, before you say anything, Hilbert looks at you again. Oh, you're here. Can I punch you again? Can I punch him again?
No.
This is my house.
Goose looks at Drake. No, it's my house. If he mouths off to you again, you have my permission to punch.
I was going to say no, not right yet. So maybe later. Just let's...
I'm just going to go back to the street then.
No,
Gianna-
Goose needs
Gianna,
to talk to
like,
us first.
She barrels past and walks immediately up to Drake. And she actually like hops onto his bed,
Oh, he's on the couch.
couch, whatever. And she gives him a full backhand, a front hand to the face.
I'm not going to make you roll for that, but because you are 16, 17, so getting slapped by a 13-year-old isn't a powerful blow, but...
I mean, at this point, it might as well be a powerful blow, but I can't take anymore.
No. So, Gianna never gets... Gianna usually has her people do her things for her.
Right.
This is the first time you've ever seen her get physically violent.
And she's trembling, like there's tears in her eyes, but she's trying...
So Alex actually kind of goes over and just one kind of hugs Gianna and two kind of pulls her like, it's okay.
Yeah, we get the comic panel. We just get a comic panel of Hilbert holding Chibicabra, about to pet it, and the goose staying next to each other, both with the jaw drop, like the comic jaw drop.
Yeah.
And Chibicabra too.
Come on, don't let the back.
It's the last time I let you watch NCIS.
She sits in the veranda, like folds her hands, folds her arms.
Alex sets her down. Like, just pats the poof. Ugh. So, Goose, you said you had something to... Question, do you actually have a name, or is Goose just all we call you?
I mean, it's gonna be weird. You know, I'm a goose, but my name is Maverick.
Maverick. Great.
I love the reaction, the slow realization.
Maverick?
Suddenly, Top Gun music starts blaring in the background.
Is there a highway to a potential danger zone anywhere around here, or is it just me?
Yeah, it's upstairs in the closet. If you keep it up, I'm gonna ship all you up there. Except you, you're fine, kid. He
What did
points to
I
Hilbert.
do?
Anyway, now that you're all here, to answer the question about the powers being gone. You see, the title of Kaiser, it's more than just a set of powers. It's an actual title. And it kind of has that whole Excalibur thing going for it. You kind of gotta be worthy of the powers. Usually it's not too particular in what it, who it picks, as evidenced by what you see in front of you. And it usually gives you a little bit of leeway. But whatever the heck that thing was apparently has the ability to steal powers, combined with the fact that somebody in this room decided they were going to be a dumbass and shoot a fireball at a defenseless kid. Which he will apologize for by the time I'm done with this. Don't you worry about that. So now, here's the problem. He needs to prove himself worthy of getting the powers back. And normally, I'm not supposed to help him out with that. The way the rules work. But I'm also kind of a legal guardian here, so he at least can stay here. We can, I can't provide any resources, but I can provide information. So that's kind of what's going on. Now, before we continue, Kid, I don't want to hear any excuses. I want to know why you thought it was a good idea to throw a fireball at this one.
Well, it drew out the beast that was attacking the kids.
Okay. Why did you think it was a good idea to throw a fireball at someone who couldn't defend themselves?
It drew out the manifestation that was trying to harm other kids.
You're not getting the point of the question. I didn't ask why you shot the fireball. I asked why you thought it was a good idea to shoot a fireball at a defenseless person.
Oh, so you're assuming I thought.
All right. Now that we've got that out of the way, okay? Why haven't you apologized yet?
Punched me in the nose hard.
Because you didn't apologize.
Like, he put those kids in the hospital.
He did nothing of it. Gianna, would you like to explain to him what happened here?
I told you before, Drake. When you're first starting out with this stuff, you don't control it all the time. It just reacts. He didn't do it on purpose.
Fine. I'm sorry.
The goose looks at you. That is the weakest apology I've ever heard. So, before we get onto the whole apology thing, okay? Foist, you... Okay, the reason we're laughing, OPT just posted, what Drake used to be. Basically a picture of big, scary, fire-breathing dragon.
Put
What
that on the
Drake is-
screen.
Yeah, what Drake is now.
Hold on.
Charmander chasing his tail.
Hold on a second. Let me see if I can do that. I think I can.
So this is happening, the goose can continue his speech. Look,
Okay, so that's
I can't sit here and tell you
what I have
What-
Drake used to be.
what you need to do. You have to figure that out on your own. But the first thing is, if you can't figure out why this was a bad idea, you're never going to get that mantle back, kid.
Yeah, that's what Drake is now.
Well, I see it was a bad idea now. At the time, I didn't really contemplate the.
Let me ask you a question. You could transform into a dragon. Did you not think transforming into a dragon would be enough to scare someone?
It scared him. He ran. I was just trying to talk to him.
Okay. So maybe if you're trying to talk to somebody, you don't immediately start off with transforming into a scary dragon. Maybe you start off with a conversation like, hey, kid, how you doing?
That weirdo guys was there. You let him in? Or not guys.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the hell you did to him, but apparently he's off something about needing to go get some authentic chimichangas or something.
Flo.
I don't know.
You let Flo in here? I don't know.
Well, you weren't around, so I needed somebody to prune my feathers. Anyway, we don't need to talk about that. So that's the problem here. Is every problem you've ever tried to solve, you tried to square peg a round hole. And eventually you run out of hammers. Okay? At this point, you run out of hammers. In fact, in your state, I don't even know if you can lift a hammer. So, you've learned a little bit, I hope. Now, you got to figure out how to get the mantle back. And that's something you got to figure out on your own. Also, I love how this goose went from like the voice to now he's basically just Burgess Meredith in Rocky.
He actually sounds like almost Billy Crystal.
Oh, yes.
He does, really, yeah.
So, here's what you need to ask yourself, kid. Do you really want to continue being a hero? Or were you just doing it because it seemed like a fun idea?
It seemed fun, but I really felt like I was making a difference. And now I don't even know who I am.
No, that's what part of being a teenager is. Figuring out who the heck you think you are and then realizing that.
Drake, if I understand this properly, and I don't know because I wasn't there, or actually I was, but I was. Anyway, you're one of the three people that were in my consciousness saving my existence. You make a difference.
Yeah, but that was when I was a dragon.
That was you. You came into my consciousness. I can't believe I'm saying this. You came into my consciousness. You. And as far as I understand it, you weren't a dragon when you did it. You came in. You. That's not nothing.
He's not wrong, you know. You didn't use any superpowers to help Alex. You just fumbled like you normally do to solve things, but you did it in a good way.
Wait, what? No, never mind.
See, I'm just a bumbling idiot without the powers. I was on the street. That's probably where I should go again.
No. That's because you didn't know how to be a hero. You can still be a hero. You don't need the powers to do good work. You might need to do harder work.
I'm going to make you both roll comfort and support here.
That's fine.
Gianna's not comforting or supporting you.
I am.
You backhanded comfort and support.
Okay, yes, it was backhanded.
No. She just backhanded you. There's a difference.
But you backhanded me to begin with, but that was a backhanded comfort and support. And of course, y'all are going to hit this time.
If Alex didn't hit, there's a problem. Like, literally, he has a +3 to mundane plus the influence.
Yeah.
The only way he doesn't hit that is if he's Snake Eyes.
Yeah, and that would be a 6.
And then, I kind of actually, so, Gianna, you got the 9 here. At this point, Hilbert is going to speak up. Look, Drake, was it?
Yeah.
First off, even if you deserved it, I'm sorry for punching you in the face. And I think I get what you were trying to do. And there probably was a better way to do it, but you and I do agree on one thing. You were trying to help people. I try to help people. I mean, would I not have been trying to help you with your homework
Yeah, see?
I'm still failing. Thank you, Hilbert, for that. For helping.
And that's Hilbert spending team to get that
I
to
was
a
going to
10.
say, yeah, that's fine with
Oh,
me.
wow.
We have 5 of you, for God's
We
sake.
have 5 team!
So now Drake is actually going to accept both of these.
Is that a clearing condition I can do?
Yes, when you do that, you can either add a team to the pool or clear a condition yourself.
I mean, it makes sense. I'm not afraid anymore, so.
And I guess I'll clear my guilty, I think, for...
And Drake is losing afraid and hopeless.
Gigi's still angry.
She's still angry.
Drake is still angry and very guilty about what he's done and very insecure about not having his powers, but he's no longer afraid of not having his powers with this.
Or hopeless, right?
Or hopeless about it.
Mm-hmm. No, but in order to clear conditions, he has to open up.
Yes, yes.
Well, I feel that's incoming.
Yeah. Well,
I'm just making sure.
yes, let me open up now. Plug the GM's mouth. Oh, he actually has a plug. I didn't see that coming.
That is a fair point.
So Drake at this point, is kind of one clearing up from getting dropped off a 2-story building and punched in the face and beaten like a drum. And he kind of gets up and is like, y'all are right. I'm more than just the dragon. And it's time I show that. Thank you all. I'm going to need something.
What do you need?
A weapon.
I'd love to build you one, but this is the only one of these I could ever make, so... I couldn't get extra parts for this thing.
I don't want the suit.
Oh, dude, I could make you the Blue Ranger. I have like a team or something.
But what I would like is a shield.
Well,
Ooh.
Vincent can make things. Maybe he can make you one.
Hey, Goose. Maverick.
Yeah, kid, what's up?
If I remember the conditions correctly from this policy, I am still allowed to take one item out of the sanctuary.
Well, they have been trying to reach you about your shields, so.
What'd you say?
Your shield's extended warranty.
Right.
Yes, but somebody has to go in with you.
I'll go.
It doesn't quite work that way.
Oh, you just said... Never mind.
Fine print. You gotta read the fine print.
It's never fine!
Someone has to go in there with you. Somebody who you have convinced that you're still deserving of that item.
Ooh.
Those two, he points to Gigi and Alex, they didn't need the convincing.
Hilbert?
Oh, someone you have to convince. Gotcha. Because I was like, yeah, he saved my life, yes.
No.
Yeah,
Drake's saying Hilbert, trying to get his attention.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He looks at you.
I need a favor from you.
And I need an answer from you.
There's a shield inside there that will let me defend and protect innocent people. As I should have been doing the entire time with my powers. Not showing them off to get the girl. Not joyriding around. Not Looks at the goose and kind of like, yeah, not pulling pranks on, Maverick there. I kind of roasted him a few times. He didn't see it coming. This shield will allow me to prove to you and everyone else that I truly deserve the powers of Kaiser back.
He looks at you. Pauses for dramatic effect because he's that way. You answered the question before I even asked. As long as it's not red, white, and blue with a star.
That's 2 doors down.
Yeah, they're a bit of a jerk in this neighborhood.
Oh,
He'll grow up someday.
There's one more question that I need answered from all of you.
All of us.
And he sort of takes a big gulp. Can I call you friends?
Well, considering you've been doing my homework for a while, I thought that was already implied. So
Oh,
yes.
we're already friends, Hilbert.
One thing, you can't tell anybody about my secret identity.
He looks at you with this look of insult on his face.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. You know, sometimes things have to be said. You know what? I shouldn't have even bothered because I saw your room. Never mind. You're right. That was stupid.
After we go get this shield, I have one more question.
Yes.
Put you in the questions.
Questions are okay. Questions are fine.
You guys want to come over to my house? Hang out for a bit?
Parents okay with that? Out of game. How old is Hilbert again?
Your age and your
Okay,
boss?
yeah, fine.
Yeah. He has the look of... Alex, you've seen this look before on a face. You know that's the look of someone who doesn't want to say it, but knows, like, if he mentions the fact that he has a friend to his parents, they're probably going to freak out. So 3 is going to blow their mind.
I will come over, but I have to run home and get something first. My laptop, because it's got all sorts of video games on them.
His eyes light up. And the final panel that we get of is the split panel of Gianna and the goose sitting there waiting. We get Alex driving home. And then we get the silhouette of Hilbert and Drake walking into the land of dragons.
Alex would just be running because he's not morphed, so he doesn't have the motorcycle, but yes. But he can run really fast.
And that is where we'll end the comic.
Woohoo!
It's a good final panel.
It was.
I am going to tease next time we do this.
You're gonna
Unfortunately, we're not going to get Elephant's Memory Part 5.
Dang it!
We are, however, going to start a new event.
Ooh.
Starting next time on Day City Chronicles Presents Next Gen, we will be beginning the Chasing the Dragon event. So thank you all for watching on behalf of Dark Early for personal reasons. Chameleon Ice, No Racer, and OPT Lawyer. I am TGE, reminding everybody to, of course, as always, keep hailing.
Bye.